Right about now, it's time for Mastering the Mind, a regular Monday morning segment.
That's right.
With Neuroscientist Kheston Walkins. Good morning, Kheston.
Good morning, Lisa.
How
nice
you doing this
again.
morning?
I'm actually really good. Just a little tired, but I feel really good, yeah.
Well, I'm so curious because you have a whole lot of stuff and gadgets here with you, and we're talking about mind art.
Yes, that's right.
Tell us what that is.
So, one of my good friends, my business partner, we decided a little while ago that we would work together mixing psychology and neuroscience. So I thought, along the way, it would be really interesting or be really cool if we could take your memories or we could take your thoughts and turn it into something visual.
That sounds very scary.
It's been awesome. It's not scary at all. Almost everybody loves it. And we've run a few events with it so far.
Yes.
And it's phenomenal. The things that we've discovered, the things people have shared. Initially, I just thought they were just shared happy memories, but people shared some things that were, sad.
Traumatic.
But they always pulled something positive out of it.
But
Sorry?
you can tell what people are thinking by the way they create their art?
So some of it you can tell, but not all. So the thing is, we take the brain signals from about 5 different cortical regions, right? And then we average those and then pass that into the computer, and that creates the visual piece that maybe you're seeing on here right now.
Oh, there's a visual on the other side?
There's a visual here. So something like this. And then for them, we actually produce it and put it on stretch canvas so that they can hang it on their walls.
That sounds very interesting. So can we do it this morning?
Oh, we will do some of it, yeah. I'm hoping Carrie can come on to help us
today. So Carrie, that's why I said you were going to be the one.
I was going to be the
guinea pig.
The guinea pig, right.
But I want to do, anyway, you do it.
So I don't want to do it with you because I'll mess up your hair.
Oh,
but see, Carrie has a nice round bald head.
See what I told you? I told you it was the bald head.
So it was the bald head, definitely, Carrie. So we put this device on. This is an EEG device.
Yes.
And this helps us to measure the brain signals that are coming off of Carrie's
Oh, yeah, that would
brain.
mess up my makeup.
Oh, yeah, you see? All right. And then we ask the person to tell something interesting about themselves or a story or whatever it is, and that actually helps to generate
So
the
while
art that's
Carrie's
on
talking,
screen.
I can see what's going on here?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so let's go.
So anything you want to talk about, Carrie, doesn't really matter, but it actually transforms the image that you're seeing on screen here. And yeah, well, Carrie, just tell us something cool and interesting.
Something cool and interesting.
Yeah, anything.
Well, back in the year 1999, I actually got into a gymnastics accident and broke my neck, literally broke my neck. And,
wow, that's amazing.
But, so I'm very thankful, grateful to be alive and walking today. Not many people could say that they broke their neck and actually come out of it walking and being here now and, hosting a morning show.
Yeah,
so
neck intact.
Yeah, neck intact. It was the C5 vertebra. What happened was that there was this routine that we practiced called dead man dive roll back in the day. That was in presentation college. And what happened was that, well, boys being boys, we wanted to find ways to make it more exciting. And we had a performance to do the following day. So we took our springboard, which we used to launch off the floor, and we took Naprima Girls' springboard and put that on top of it and tied it with rope, which wasn't too smart, right?
Yeah,
we were thinking a double springboard, double height in the flips. But if you're not used to the height, you could run into some problems like I did. So for the performance in front of Convent Girls, St. Joseph Convent Girls, San Fernando, I was the first person in line because I was the shortest. I was the first novice that was allowed to do that show with the big guys. And I jumped on the double springboard, and I propelled much higher than my body was used to. So I rotated too quick. So I rotated 1.5 times.
Yeah.
And what happened was that I fell on my neck from about 9 feet in the air and snapped it. What is the interesting thing is that because of how we did that routine, we knew that the next person was directly behind us, so we had to get off the mat immediately. Just off of instinct, I rolled off to the side of the mat, not knowing my neck was broken, obviously. And what the doctor couldn't explain was that I got up and walked. I staggered around for a little bit until
with a broken neck.
Yeah,
that's
I
amazing.
got up and staggered around a little bit until the shock of it actually hit my body, and then I passed out. But I was actually walking around and I held on to the box horse, and from there, afterward, everything is a blur.
So you see, and this is the kind of stories that people tell at these events, and while they're telling these stories, we take snapshots of I didn't take any snapshots this time, but we'll have to do it another time together, right?
So nothing.
So no, it's generated, it's on there. This is what you're seeing was what was coming off his head.
Because I was seeing a change of color.
Yeah.
A lot of green at one point, and then blue.
There's change of colors, and then also the pattern that you see on screen there, that changes too. And then, like I mentioned before, we take these pieces and we turn into art, and something that you can hang on your wall. And this is an example. I don't know if you guys can see it where you are.
Okay,
but
this is an example. Right there. Hold it right there,
Okay, good. So this is an example of one of the pieces that was made.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that would be the snapshots that would come
That would
out.
be the snapshots that get produced
Okay.
and put on stretch canvas. And we have lots of different styles that actually gets done in. But the point of us doing this was because, one, we wanted to show people in Trinidad that the mind is a beautiful thing. Okay, it's an interesting thing, and it's also something that you can change. Because as you're telling your story, different parts of your brains different parts of your brain get activated,
Right.
and to select the parts of the story that you want to tell,
Right.
to decide, okay, how am I going to phrase this, and what's the meaning to me, and all that kind of stuff. And that actually gets reflected on screen. So we really wanted to bring that conversation because
Yes.
one, it shows us as innovators, and then two, it also shows that, I guess, yeah, the mind is a powerful thing.
Yeah. So what happens at the end now? What is the learning that comes out of this experience usually for persons who do it?
So most times people want to find out what it means, what does my piece mean?
Yes.
And we usually kind of walk through the activity that takes place and what the results are. And yeah, there's a lot of conversation around consciousness and the mind and who we are and what makes us up and that kind of thing. So it's a really awesome discussion. So we have events actually running all the way till Christmas. So it should be really, really fun.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I really want to do it, but obviously
Yeah.
we can't do it on air, so
No.
maybe I'll come by you and do it some other time.
That's right.
Kheston Walkins, neuroscientist, always a pleasure to have you on the program.
for
Every
having us.
Monday, it's called Mastering the Mind, and you are here with us today. We did something very interesting, and I look forward to next week, Monday.